Flotunzade, who's present in court,
I object.
out of custody,
I object.
and Mr. Stovall. Mr. Flotunzade, I'm not asking you for your comments at this point in time. Please be quiet. Mr. Stovall is here on behalf of the District Attorney's Office. All right, the court has looked at the file in this case and is making a determination that a bench warrant was ordered and issued back on November 8th, 2011 by Judge Verastigi in Department 40. The bench warrant was ordered, recalled, and quashed on the 9th. That day would be 0 of 30. You were placed into custody at that time, to which you posted bond in the amount of $10,000. So that restarts the clock. It is the court's view that that restarts the clock. The record that was made in chambers will become part of the record in this case. This case is set. Mr. Flotunzade, I'm speaking. While you're in court, I am the one who is speaking. Be quiet.
Your Honor, I object.
I'm warning you.
You're out of order.
Ma'am, if you want to speak in court, then you are being warned right now that if you do it again, you will not be welcome back in this
Your Honor,
court.
are you the accusing party?
I am not the accusing
Then I
party.
suggest to stop moving this court or you'll be held in
All right,
contempt.
this case is set for jury
Your Honor,
trial
you are rendered off this
in
case.
Department
And you are
52
no longer on this case, your man.
as
And you're taking off this case because you are
28
too
of 30
incompetent
on
to
December
go ahead and
7th,
start with this case, ma'am.
2011.
And let it show that
You're
you went
ordered
over
to
my
return
objection
to Department
and
52
over my
on
will,
December
against
7th,
my objection.
2011.
Anything that happens to me, you
Sir,
will
if
be
you
held
talk at the same
responsible.
time, I cannot make a record
Well,
for you.
tell the young lady to go ahead and let me finish speaking, because Ms. Sterling does not have my authority to represent me. Never gave her the authority or my consent.
Mr.
Your
Flotunzade,
Honor, you're out of order.
you have a right to be your own counsel, except in the situation you're in now,
Not
which
in
is
any kind of situation.
you're disrupting the court. You
No.
cannot serve as your own attorney if
Yes,
you
I can.
cannot follow the
You won't even let me-
procedures of this court.
Your Honor, but she won't even let me answer those questions, Your Honor.
You're ordered to
I
return
need to
back.
know, Your Honor,
Mr.
operating
Flotunzade,
in public
listen
law or
carefully.
private law.
You're ordered to
Your Honor.
return back to this court December 7th, 2011. Bail
Your
is
Honor.
stand.
I object, Your Honor. I need to know, are we operating in private
All
law
right.
or
That
public
order is
law?
void.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, are we ordering in
Yes,
public
would
law?
like to be heard.
The order is void for the record.
I know my objections were noted in chambers. I'd just like to further object to any continuance past last day. That
Thank you.
we believe that the parties stipulated today's last day, and this case is last day trial today. Defense remains ready. I believe the people have already stated they remain ready, and we object to any continuances or delays of Mr.
Ms. Sterling, you don't have the authority to go ahead and continue any case
All
because
right.
I did not give you my
The two
consent.
gentlemen that I ordered to removed from this courtroom or to leave this courtroom are still in this courtroom. At least one of them is here. I don't see the
Your
other.
Honor, is there any law that mandates you to
All right.
have this man
The
removed?
gentleman in the red shirt with the long black hair.
I'm his counselor. I cannot be
Have
asked.
counsel.
What is your name, sir?
I'm not required to identify myself to you.
What is your name, sir?
He's not required to
My
do
name
that,
is the
Your Honor.
rightful master and owner of the courts.
Sir,
Your Honor,
I'm putting your matter on for an order to show cause. Your order to show cause is set for
we object, Your Honor.
Monday, the
Your Honor,
28th.
Your Honor,
Sir,
are you,
Sir,
a
I'm
court
not talking
officer?
to you, Mr. Flotunzade.
ma'am, we're still on my
Sir,
case. And
what
this
is
is
your
my,
name so we can set it for an order to
No,
show
ma'am.
cause on November 28th?
excuse me, ma'am. Have you given
Sir,
him a
I'm not
citation?
speaking to you.
No, this is about my case,
It's
ma'am.
not about your
Yes, it
case.
is,
We've
ma'am.
already handled
No,
your
we
case.
have not, Your Honor.
All right,
and we-
ma'am, you
ma'am.
are now, I've warned you, you're officially
Excuse me.
removed from this courtroom.
Don't touch her.
Renee
One
Korn.
more
Let it show that
outburst
Renee
from
has
you,
jumped
you will
out
have
of her
court.
jurisdiction and I can
Sir,
no longer.
what is your name?
I can no longer go ahead and see her as
Sir,
a judge.
what is your
Renee,
name with the
I
long
suggest
black
that
hair?
you stop asking these questions, Renee.
I am
Do
the
not-
people, ma'am.
All right.
That is your Christian name,
At this-
correct, Renee?
At this time, the individual with the long black hair, the court is making the following findings.
The court cannot go ahead and do anything to this gentleman. It is
Following
The
orders,
violating
gentleman
his
with the
rights.
long black hair was present in court.
And do you have his name? Do you have his last name? Who are you going to issue the citation
He
to?
was present in court.
Oh, correct. Is it the same people
I
that you're
asked
issuing,
him
ma'am?
repeatedly on 4 or 5
And
different...
we've asked the judge
Instances.
repeatedly what
I'm not
law
on trial.
mandates him to go ahead and identify
that
himself.
he not make outbursts on the records. I warned him repeatedly that he would be removed from court.
District Attorney, you're seeing this judge commit a crime, and I suggest that
Sir?
you go ahead and tell these plaintiffs to
Sir?
arrest that woman
Sir,
for contempt of court.
Yes.
And now she is in contempt of court.
Mr.
Judge is in
Today,
contempt.
I'm warning you, if you speak again, you are going to be held in contempt of court.
We the people
Direct or
are
indirect
Ma'am,
contempt.
I'm warning you, if you speak out again, you're going to be held in contempt of court.
We the people are warning you.
Ma'am, all right, at this time, you are ordered to remove from this courtroom.
We object.
She's ordered removed from this
The
courtroom.
people
Mr.
object.
Platoon today, you're ordered removed from this courtroom. You're ordered back to this courtroom on
We
December
object.
7th,
We
2011.
object.
Don't touch
Sir.
her.
Are you the moving party,
Don't
sir?
touch her.
Ma'am, are you the
Sir,
moving
come
party?
back here.
You're not the moving party.
Do not touch anybody. Do not touch anybody.
All right.
Don't touch her.
white shirt. You do not sit down.
Don't touch
Renee,
her. Get
I
your hands
suggest
off
that
her.
you stop doing this
Get your
immediately.
hands off her.
And you're in violation of Title 42, Section 1984, Title 42, Section 1986, Title 42, Section 1987. Hey, Mr. Sterling, if you guys don't do anything about this, you're going to be held responsible. And we're going to go personally after you guys, and we're going to go personally after your bond. We'll put a commercial lien on anybody that wants to go against us. And if you guys think this is a joke, we'll see how much of a joke.
Today, he is in direct contempt of this court. I've asked him to leave the courtroom.
Produce a contract.
Beth,
I've also asked him to leave quietly.
no, she hasn't.
I can't make a record of these.
Don't touch her. Don't touch her.
Let it show that it's Renee.
Don't touch her.
Let's hook him.
Don't touch me.
He's
Don't
done.
touch me.
He's done. Watch your back. He's done. He's done.
I object. You do not have the authority to do this. You're all going to be in big trouble.
I'm not fed with you.
The court, you said we recall the case, man.
It's a violation.
Wait, hold up there, deputies. I need to speak to him.
You're violating
Sir, sir,
Turn him
are
around.
you giving us your first and last
I
name?
plead the Fifth Amendment.
All right. I have warned you repeatedly about your conduct. You spoke out of turn to the court at least 4 to 5 times.
I do not recognize that.
I then ordered you to leave the courtroom. You refused. You've been present in this courtroom.
Sir Delegates, do you want me to stay with him or do you want me to stay here?
Violation of my rights.
There's another camera. For out here.
In violation of the court's order pursuant to the
blocking
Code
my
of
path.
Procedure
I got my way.
12111.
She already told me
Have a
multiple
place
times
of
I have to
custody
leave the
at
court.
this time.
Well, tell the gentleman to move out of my way.
All right,
You're in my way. Get out of my way.
Trial isn't over. We still have to take you guys to court, so be careful.
Let's get a bang for getting on this property. Who's a big?
Lopez, is there, can we get him on that wall? Thank you.
I do not want to come over here. I object. Please stop.
Just right there, run this wall right here.
You have no
Okay.
authority to do this. You're operating under color of law. This is a violation of my rights.
I would like my attorney.
Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you're violating my rights?
Hey, give me a stopper to start putting everything in the bag.
You're violating my rights and you're hurting me. And you're hurting me. I'm the media and you're hurting me. Do you hear me? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're not hurting me. Do you understand? Do you understand that you're hurting me? And that I've been injured?
Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. You're touching my crotch. Stop doing that. Sexual harassment.
I'm gonna get the back of it.
Don't touch me. You removed my pants. This is another violation. They're stripping me of my clothes.
What are you doing? Can somebody explain to me what's going on?
Sorry, sir.
Because my rights are being violated right now.
You're committing crimes. You know that. Yeah, man.
Do you know that bringing drugs into a jail facility is an additional
It's not a
crime,
drug.
sir? What's in here?
I don't know. Why don't you go test it?
Okay.
It's not a drug. That's my natural right to
I would like an
self-medication.
attorney present, please. I would like a witness and an attorney present. Do you hear me?
Also, this is not my jacket, so anything you find in these jackets is not mine.
Have you taken a sworn oath? Have you taken a sworn oath to uphold it?
That's my, no, that necklace, the beads are a religious symbol. You cannot remove those from me.
Camera here because I am.
Do not break that. I'm sorry, just don't break my beads.
I demand a camera here.
Thank you.
I demand a camera here. I demand, can I have my card back from the chair? I demand that this search.
You've violated my First Amendment right to religion.
Would you please, as the people, will you please film this search? We the people
That's
would
sexual
like you to
harassment.
document this. What? What? We the people would like this filmed for the record. We
Do not
the
remove my
people would
shoes.
like this unlawful
I
search
object.
filmed.
I object. Here, I'll lift my foot, but I object because I just don't want to get hurt. I just don't want to get hurt. I'm only doing this because you guys are threatening me, and you're being very rough with me.
Destroying my property.
So,
You got some?
Now you're hurting my breast
you guys
against
are doing this by
You're
force.
moving against the flat wall
You're
instead
doing
of
this by
pushing
force.
my breast here.
So like,
Can you
gloves?
move me against
My
the
pants
flat
are
wall?
No. I'm saying I should have.
I would like my
Lopez, you
unlawful
want some
search
more?
filmed.
Some gloves or?
I've been requesting
my
for
pants
two
in
films.
there.
I've been asking for an attorney present. And I would like
Can I
to
hold
know
my
if I'm
pants in the
being
back?
charged
Yeah.
and who is the victim of the crime.
Where's this other shoe? So I took it.
I'm requesting again, people would like this documented and being unlawfully searched, and I would like you to give the court and not just pretend to film. We, the people of California, do not consent to the search.
We're gonna walk up the stairs now.
Can you grab my
In a
things?
minute, we'll get that for you, okay?
Anything else in this?
Where are my keys?
Right upstairs.
I'll bring them in my legs so I can
Come on.
Right here, boys.
you guys put these in your shoes?
Yeah, it's already in there.
We really don't want to get you guys in trouble. We know you're just following orders, but unconstitutional orders are not orders. It's color of law, man. You guys. I'm not required to answer your questions. This is not my deck. It was given to me in process.
Okay. Just have him take his seat. In there. He's good. I don't know. This guy was a remand?
Wait, why am I being arrested?
10-15? What's your remand for?
Am I being arrested for being counselor? Can I be told why I'm being held? No, I can't. Nobody has to tell me why I'm being held. Pretty sure you do have to tell me. I do not consent to any of this. You do not have any permission to fingerprint me. I will resist that, which is my right. To my Fifth Amendment right to due process of law, and also the right to remain silent and not be used as evidence against myself. That includes my fingerprints, so you guys do not have the authority or the power to fingerprint me. If you do, that's a violation of my Fifth Amendment right. Another one on top of the pile. One day you guys are going to wake up and we're going to be free. Abraham Lincoln said the people are the rightful masters and owners of the courts. It's their responsibility to overthrow men who pervert the Constitution. Sheriffs are officers of the common law. You guys are the only common law officers. You're the only ones who have the authority to stop these violations from happening. You guys have more authority than that judge does. You do. You're officers of the common law. That judge is practicing administrative court, which is unlawful, to enforce against the people of the state of California. You have all entered oaths to support and defend the Constitution for the United States of America as well as the state Constitution of 1849. I accept your oaths of office. You are required to abide by those oaths, and we're not in need of your services. You're being ordered to release me. The people are the rightful masters and owners of the courts. It's their responsibility to overthrow men who pervert the Constitution.
That's what I'm saying, just sit them down, because we're just waiting on the remand paperwork so we can take them up to lockup.
You just sit them down in there. Good. It's right there. We'll just stand by. Just sit them down. We'll stand in here.
Please don't pull. Miller versus U.S. says the claim and exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime. The state does not have the power to diminish the rights of the people or to infringe upon them. All political power is inherent in the people. None is in the government. The people have the right to overturn the government for the benefit of the people. That means if people start conducting criminal activity like they're doing in that courtroom, we have the right to come in here and stand on our Constitution according to Hale versus Hinkle. The citizen can stand on his constitutional rights. He's not required to produce his papers or effects to any agency of the government without his consent. I know you guys are doing what's right, man. You just want to do what's right. I know that. But the thing is, when people tell you to follow orders that are unconstitutional, Marbury versus Madison says that any law that is repugnant to the Constitution is null and void. It will purport to settle as if it had never been passed. So all this color of law is completely unenforceable, and forcing you to enforce it is a crime. And then you acquiescing and enforcing it is you're a party to the crime. You're a party to the conspiracy, and that's a dangerous game, man. And we're here for your kids, man, and my kid, my son. I'm here to save his future. And look what happened to me. We love you guys, man. We do. I know you guys probably don't like us too much, but we're fighting a good fight. I'd like to inform you about the people. California Government Code, Section 11120, says the people of the state of California do not yield their sovereignty to the agencies that serve them. That means we are to remain the masters, and you guys serve us. So how is it that the servant has just arrested the master? Everything I'm stating is a fact at law. I'm not making it up. I wish I was that smart, but our founding fathers were. Bring it back to the days, 1776. I was looking forward to go see my son today. It's been a couple of weeks. He's only 6.5 months old. Yeah. It's the last time they came to see me across the street. I got arrested that night in Long Beach. Well, not really arrested. I got kidnapped. They put me in an unmarked car. They didn't read me. They didn't identify me, charge me with anything, read me any rights. They just picked me up and took me. Isn't that a crime? I think it is, right? I think so. How come you guys don't stop those criminals? How come you stop us for exercising our rights? That's what I don't get. I know you don't want to, you're just following orders, but your orders are to come from the people, not from somebody who's perverting the Constitution. The moment they start perverting the Constitution, they've lost all authority and power. They don't even represent the government anymore. They're operating in their individual conduct as criminals. But you guys don't stop them. You're our only hope, man. One day the bailiffs are going to realize the judge is out of line, and just because she's sitting up there doesn't give her any authority over the people. In an Article 3 judicial forum, the magistrate is independent of the tribunal, which means there's the prosecution, the defense, and the jury, and the judge doesn't get to make any determinations. They're just there to help things go along. They're not supposed to help anybody. If they help the prosecution, it's a violation. If they help the defense, it's a violation. If they try to control the jury, it's a violation. They have to be independent of the tribunal. That's the only way we can operate in a court according to due process of law, which we all have a right to due process of law. I mean, if this was happening to you, wouldn't you want your rights to be respected? And you know what? When your rights are violated, we would stand right there behind you and right next to you. And I might even get put in a room with handcuffs again. For you, man. And we would be there for you. So you guys have any idea what the process is going to be right now? Are we going to be detained or held till a hearing or released to war? You know, you guys have any foresight? No ideas? Just waiting for more orders from above, huh?
There you go.
What am I being charged with? Anybody have any idea? No? Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham says the state does not have the power to transform my right into a privilege and assign a license and fee for it. I have a right to be in that courtroom. I have a right to be that man's counsel. I have a right to bear witness. I have a right to stop the judge from violating her oath of office by insisting that she stop. It was not an outburst, it was an exercise of a constitutional right. Now you guys have transformed my right into a privilege and assigned a fee to it, which is me sitting in here, and you don't have that power. And Murdoch versus Pennsylvania says that if the state does transform your right into a privilege, a citizen can exercise that right with impunity. Which means you guys can't actually do what you're doing to me. But really, we're just waiting for you guys to figure that out. And then we're going to live in a freer world. The time is now, man. The people have awoken. You guys heard about what happened in Oakland? Oakland, Occupy Oakland? Dude, there was a Marine there with the protesters, off duty, and the cops shot him in the head with a gas can. And he was in critical care in the hospital. I'm not sure what's happened to him yet, but after the cops broke it up in Oakland, I think there was something like 2,000 people there. They started shooting tear gas at him and rubber bullets. They were shooting men, women, and children with rubber bullets. Peaceful protesters. It's amazing, man. The people haven't gotten violent. How come their servants have? How has the servant turned on the master? It's a mystery. Well, the next day, led by Marines, 5,000 people went back to Oakland. 5,000. And then, dude, it's just getting off the hook, man. People are waking up. What you guys are doing right now, it's going to make 3 times as many people come back. And then when you violate their rights, it's going to make 3 times as many people come back. And so you guys are just asking for us to wake up. You're really shaking us awake. Would you guys say that you're abiding by your oaths in this instant? Because I'm going to say to you, gentlemen, that you are out, and ladies, that you are actually not abiding by your oaths, which is a direct violation of your oath of office. And your tacit agreement, your silence is tacit agreement to that fact. Solano, Lopez, Aldana. So now you've just admitted guilt. I'm not really going to hold it against you unless this really goes much further than it has to. that will be collected as evidence as well. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to serve my country. Equal versus Hopkins, 118 U.S. Sovereignty, by definition, is not subject to the law, for it is the author and source of law. And in our system, while sovereignty is delegated to the agencies that serve us, sovereignty itself remains with the people, by whom and for whom all government exists and acts. California Government Code, Section 11120. The people of the state of California do not yield their sovereignty to the agencies that serve them. The definition of sovereignty is the authority and the power to interpret and apply the law. Authority is our right, and the power is the knowledge to interpret and apply the law. So now you know who the people are. The rightful masters and owners of the courts. It's our responsibility to overthrow men and women who pervert the Constitution. If you're wondering who said that, it was Abraham Lincoln. Am I being charged with contempt? What am I being charged with? I'd like to know if it's direct or indirect contempt too.
This is my understanding. It's 10:15 on both of them.
You have any kids, sir? When you go home and hang out with your kids, just remember that's what I wish I was doing at home too.
So
think about my son when you're with yours. He wants me home too.
Kirk, can I ask you to stand up there? Put this over your shoulders here.
Hold my pants, right?
You got your pants? Go ahead. Yeah, upstairs. Make a right, stick it on. I'll go ahead and put it on the fourth floor. You know, we can service on it.
Come on, follow me.
Same people who are issuing your orders are the people who killed 3,000 Americans.
So I'm gonna put it as John Doe. Sir, go ahead and step up. And walk straight down the hallway.
Requesting medical attention and I'm requesting medical attention, sir. I'm requesting medical attention, and I'm not getting a response. I would like also a photo taken since they're waiting for the recording to start of my injury, and no one's going to film it, okay?
We can't put him in a chair. We gotta put him in a chair. This one's 918.
You should deny his fingerprints.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
I want to interrupt and force you for our part. Deny it. Tell him it's a violation of your Fifth Amendment right.
Take care. What do you say?
You cannot be used to incriminate yourself.
We're charging you with contempt of court. Listen, we've already talked. If you provide us with fingerprints and your name, we can cite you out. And you can't let you use. If you don't, then you'll go down. Okay? So what's your choice?
threat of arrest?
What's your choice?
Okay. I'll do anything under duress. You guys are threatening
No,
me.
will you do fingerprints?
No. I'm not willingly. If you force me, I will. I'll do it. I'll do it. I said I will. I told you I will. Hey, Melissa, if they want you to fingerprint, do what they want, sign anything under duress, and put brackets around your name. You're not signing a contract. You're stating that you're not signing the contract.
But what are they threatening to do, take you downtown? They refuse to leave.
Lucky.
They begged 3 times, and the people asked them to. This one asshole wouldn't even respond to me once to where I went to college.
Just stay calm.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good.
I know. Under duress, I will allow fingerprints to be taken because I need to pick up my son today, and if I don't get out of here, my son will have no one to pick him up. So I have to pick up my son. So if you guys want me to sign something to go pick up my son, otherwise he's going to be on his own. He's only 6.5 months. Then, you know, I'll do anything it takes to get to my son. Can you please tell them that, sir? Go tell them that I'd be happy to do whatever it takes to get to my son, including act under duress. Will you tell them that, sir, please? I have to get my son today, so can you please go let them know that? I appreciate it.
It's now 12:53 and I'm still waiting for medical attention for my injury on my leg that is bleeding.
We're gonna sit them all on the arms, but come on, bro. Hey, Lopez, you're gonna sit over there in that chair.
Am I going to be fingerprinted now?
In the Lopez.
Hey, Franco, can you put this one guy on
Just walk over there, bro.
cage or? These guys want a cage? Yes. Alright, cool.
Can you loosen his handcuffs a little bit? My hands are getting numb. My hands are getting numb. Can you loosen this a little bit?
So are you refusing the fingerprint and give your name and information? Because we're going to fill out a booking slip right now.
Let me make a statement,
No.
please.
Okay, if it's yes or no, we're not threatening you. It's just
It
your
is
option.
yes, but there's also a contingency, or a stipulation. Stipulation is that I'm doing it under duress, by force, under threat of arrest.
Okay, then that's a refusal.
I will do it. No, it's not. I'm doing
Yes, it
it.
is.
I told you I'll sign it. You want to take my fingerprints? I have to get to my son because if I don't pick him up today, he's
It's
going to
not
be...
force arrest. If you're gonna say that, then we're gonna say that you're refusing.
Well, it really doesn't matter what you guys say because you guys are pretty much threatening me to arrest me if I don't sign that. So even if I don't write that, it still stands. But I'll just take my fingerprints, do whatever you want. I have to get my son today, otherwise there's no one to pick him up. He's only 6.5 months, so that's the stipulation. The bottom line is I have to pick up my son. So if you're whatever you want me to do to pick up my son, I have to do it. And if that's not under duress, then I don't know what is. So I have to pick up my son. I'll sign it. I'll take a fingerprint, whatever you want.
Sergeant, talk to you.
Where's your name, sir?
I'm not required to identify myself. You want to take my fingerprints?
How tall are you?
You know, I plead the fifth on all of this, but I was told that I'll be fingerprinted and released today, so.
Birthday? Birthplace?
None of that was a part of the contract or the stipulation. She didn't tell me to say any of those things. Am I required to say those things to participate? Just tell me what you need to get me out of here. But everything else is, if you're just requesting it, then I deny it. But if you need it for me to get out of here to pick up my son, which I have to pick up, otherwise there's going to be a 6.5-month-old baby with no one to pick him up.
Social Security.
I don't have a social security number.
But I was talking to, I forgot what's his name. There's another one. Yeah, I know. So
Alright.
Am I going to be fingerprinted and released, sir? Gillian? Sir, I was told I was going to be fingerprinted and released, so are?
Occupation?
Thank you.
Let me just put the
What do you do for a living?
My hands are getting numb. Can you loosen these a little bit?
What do you do for a living?
Well, I like to teach people what I've read about the law books.
So what would you consider that?
A good friend.
Good friend.
Easy, stand up for me and let me get this wristband on you. And I'll listen to the handcuff right now for you.
What time am I going to get out of here? Because I have to pick up my son tonight.
Alright, the faster we get your fingerprinted, man, the faster you get out, man.
My hands are really getting numb.
McGee, is he going to later?
to people's health. And very painful, by the way.
How's that? Is that pretty loose?
Seems kind of thin a little bit, I guess.
I can move it up and down.
That's alright.
I don't want to be too loose or you're going to slip out of them.
Sir, do you have a venereal disease, hepatitis, TB, or ever had TB?
I don't have to answer that question, but I will because it's no.
Do you have a home telephone?
All right, dude. You're good.
Emergency contact.
I don't. Long Beach police stole my phone, so.
Can you get an elevator number 12? Correct. Fourth floor, and getting a new-looking female off the 12. Alright guys, go.
Do a little bit. Making friends.
And how long can they hold me if I don't identify myself with fingerprint or anything? 3 days, is it, something like that? Can you answer that, sir? If I refuse to identify myself, is there maybe like 72 hours, 2 days?
Sorry, bro. Thompson, 38.
Funny place.
One.
Like you right there and me right here. Neither one of us really want to be doing this, dude. I love you guys, man. I am under some serious duress, for the record.
Thompson. Yes, please.